This is the brief on a really significant ruling from the Israeli Supreme Court concerning Palestinian prisoners. Okay, so what's actually happening here? Well, just this week, September 8th, Israel's top court made a pretty big move. They've ordered the government, immediately, to provide decent food to Palestinian detainees held by Israel. And honestly, this kind of judicial oversight is rare, especially with the Israel-Hamas conflict now dragging on for almost 2 years. First off, this whole thing was kicked off by Israeli human rights groups, and it hits hard on the severe lack of food for these prisoners. We're talking about the government not even meeting the bare minimum subsistence diet for thousands detained since things escalated after October 7th, 2023. And look, this isn't just counting calories, right? It's about a fundamental human right getting enough food, even when you're detained. It's kind of staggering to think about. Second, what makes this decision really stand out? Well, courts stepping in like this during wartime, that hardly ever happens. Israel's Supreme Court usually backs out from challenging the government during conflicts, but here, they actually push back to uphold basic humanitarian standards. It sends a message, loud and clear, that some duties just can't be ignored, even with national security on the line. Finally, yeah, the ruling's about food, but really, it throws a spotlight on the much bigger and pretty thorny issue of detention conditions, in Gaza and the occupied West Bank. It kind of shows this tension, doesn't it, between state security and just basic human dignity for detainees. And you gotta think, this might lead to a closer look at things like administrative detention, holding people indefinitely without charge or trial. So, this landmark court decision forces immediate action on food for Palestinian detainees, really underlining urgent humanitarian issues right in the middle of this complex wartime situation.